Is this too loud?
Oh, this is cool.
Is it good? Can you hear yourself?
Yeah.
Nice.
This is so fun. It feels like weird, like the first time.
It's how the podcasters do it. It's exciting stuff. And then we'll have another guest somewhere. I don't know where or how we're going to fit somebody else in here, but
Yikes.
somewhere, somehow. That's how it'll be.
This is such a good microphone.
It is.
Yeah.
It's top, high end. Hey, the school hooked us up good. You know
Right?
what I'm saying?
This is so cool. Rate this studio on a scale from 1 to 10.
It's actually one of the nicest studios I've
I think
seen.
it's so nice.
But I haven't seen many like studios that are like actually like enclosed sound situation.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never been to one at all, so I'm just like, I
Yeah.
didn't know it was going to be like this.
No, this is high end. They have like the really big sound mufflers and everything. Sound dampening. Okay, cool. You want to hit us with an intro or you want me to do the intro and intro?
We could both do it.
Okay. You want to start? Or you want me to
Sure.
start?
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Next Level Podcast.
Yo, this is it. The plan is to talk to a bunch of incoming freshmen, right?
Yep.
That's the goal.
Yep.
So we had the idea to do this. We're at the UNF recording studio. It's pretty exciting stuff. Half of this gear is rented out from UNF. Half of it is mine. So very exciting. Lee, you want to give a background on who you are?
Hi, I'm Celia. I am from Jacksonville, Florida, and I am a freshman at UNF. And I'm so excited to start this podcast with Aiden.
Super exciting. My name is Aiden Friedman, incoming freshman at University of North Florida. Super excited. I also live in Jacksonville, specifically in Nocatee. I'll be living on campus at the Fountains. So, Leah, where did you say you're going to be living?
I'm going to be living in the flats when fall comes around. I'm very excited. Are you excited for Fountains?
Very, very excited. What's your major coming in?
Marketing. What about you?
Marketing? Actually, that's pretty close. Video production.
Yeah. See, I wanted to do video production too, but then my mom was like, you're not going to make much money on that. And I was like, I guess. So then,
Dang.
and honestly, marketing is kind of up my alley too. Like, I've done a few marketing jobs in the past, so I'm very excited. And it's kind of just like, it really fits with me. So,
Oh, like what marketing jobs have you done in the past?
well, I did promote hair products at one point, and then I promoted skincare products at one point. But that's all. It was really fun though, and I loved it.
Yeah, nice. I'm going to be getting a minor in digital marketing.
Oh,
So,
really?
yeah.
That's really cool. Oh my gosh.
Figured fully get into the, world of the virtual world is blowing up nonstop.
Yeah, exactly. We're kind of like almost like the same majors, kind of.
It's really similar.
I was gonna minor in video production, but I was like, I can do that on my free time.
Right.
But I was like,
Exactly.
do you want to tell everyone how we met?
We can. It's a funny story. It is a funny story. It's like we came from here and now we here. You know that song? I'm gonna play that on screen.
That's so funny. Oh my goodness, we met on Hinge.
That's true. That is true. Just swiping away and then bam.
And now we're doing a podcast together. Isn't that the funniest thing ever?
How long? Like 3 weeks ago? 4 weeks ago?
I think, yeah. We planned this like 2 weeks ahead too.
Yeah.
Because I was like leaving on vacation.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Did you do anything fun this summer?
Do anything fun?
Like, did you go traveling? Like, besides like all your like video jobs and stuff.
That's
like,
true. Video is fun. That's like a big
it's
part of my
so
life.
Fun.
It
It's
is.
so fun.
Short films. I went to, I think it's the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Oh, where
That was
is
fun.
that?
Georgia. Well, I mean, it's
Oh.
a mountain range and
Oh,
part
I'm
of it is
from
in Georgia.
Georgia. Why didn't I know that?
Really?
Yeah.
Where from? Where from in Georgia?
Honestly, it's a really small town called like Fairburn. It's like right outside of Atlanta.
Okay, got it.
You probably don't know about what you don't really know.
I mean, I know where Atlanta is. We were
Yeah.
just above Atlanta in
oh,
Helen.
okay. I
You know
know
Helen?
where that is. Yeah. That's
That's
so
cool.
interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, how long did you stay there for?
I want to say a couple days. We rented like
Oh.
a cabin. I was like overlooking everything. Actually, I could put a picture of that on screen as well. That was awesome.
Oh my gosh. That
Yeah.
sounds so fun. I love cabins.
Yeah. What about you? Anything fun this summer?
Well, earlier this summer I went to Mexico to see my family because I have family who lives there. And then I was going to go to Panama. But
Smack.
was gonna go to Panama with my parents, but I decided not to. But honestly, and then I just came back from a trip to the Caribbean to visit family as well.
Wow. Family all over the place.
Family all over the place. Like, they're literally everywhere. Yeah. Aw.
That's awesome. Getting into more of like, what we're here for, the transition between high school to college is like massive.
It's so big.
And above everything, the biggest change I think is like high school students don't want to be there, college students do.
Exactly.
That changes everything.
Exactly. That's what I noticed my first semester. Definitely.
I feel it's so easy to like connect with other people because of that. Like when I had the orientation, I know you had kind of a different experience, but I walked into orientation knowing literally nobody, and then I walk out with 20 new best friends.
I'm
it's
so
insane.
jealous of you.
It's insane. Because, an orientation I think is like the prime time because nobody knows each other.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to ask one question. After you ask one question of what is your name, you guys are best friends. Boom. Because you don't know anyone else's name. It's like a sea of unfamiliar faces.
Yes.
And then that guy's John right there. My boy John. I don't know anybody else, but John is my boy. You know
Honestly,
what I mean?
it's a little bit different with like men and women, but at the same time, I did come in for like the spring semester, so I had like a spring orientation, and there was like much less people. I'm so jealous of the way you met so many friends. Like, you don't even understand.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a good experience. So we both have very, how do you say it? Unfamiliar, very strange high school situations. Most people go from like a high school straight into the college. You know what I mean? Like a regular high school, public high school. Neither of us had that experience.
Neither of us had that.
So what was your experience in high school? What did you do?
What did I do in high school? Like, what do you mean?
Like you didn't go to public school, right?
Yeah. Well, honestly, I was homeschooled up until 8th grade, and then from 8th grade to my senior year of high school, I was in public school. But then after public school, after high school ended, I took a gap semester off. And I didn't really plan to take a gap semester off. Like, I planned on moving to Mexico. And I told you a little about that yesterday, but it was really, it didn't work out, obviously. I mean, it didn't work out. I wasn't really making honestly, I made friends, but I just couldn't connect with them because, like, the language barrier and, like, some of them did speak English because, like, it was an English college. And I was like, I know everyone's thinking, why would you go there to Mexico expecting everyone to speak English? It was an American college, and all the classes were in English, so I expected everyone to know English and to speak English, but I was wrong, and in social settings I was like left out a lot, and like because I couldn't even understand what they were saying. So yeah, after I decided to leave because I was like, I'm gonna be so sad here, like I can't even connect with anyone here. So then I left, and then I got plastic surgery in Mexico.
Oh wow.
Guess where?
I couldn't guess. I can tell you.
I got my nose done in Mexico.
Oh really?
Yeah, because it was cheaper there. So I was like, we're here already. Why not?
Interesting. Why not? Might as well.
Exactly.
So you were homeschooled through middle school, and then high school was regular, like
high school was regular.
As far as like what people are gonna watch.
Yeah.
Okay. I did not have that experience. So I was born and raised in Northbrook, Illinois. I'm gonna put a picture of that on screen. It's like by Chicago. It's like a suburbs in the Chicago area. And then moved down here. Well, freshman year of high school was in some like random high school up there. Then I moved down here sophomore year to Allen Denise High School, which is like one of the local feeder schools into UNF. Yeah. It's like a local high school. Did that for sophomore year, and then I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's kind of boring. So I dropped out, and I went to I was officially considered a homeschool student, but the program is called dual enrollment. So like you're a high school student earning your high school credits as well as college credits. So now I'm coming
That's
into
so cool. Wait a minute. So you're not actually a freshman. You're a freshman, but you have credits already.
Yeah, it's weird because I already have like my associate arts degree, so I've got like 60 credits already.
That's so interesting. That's just like a smart move to do because you already have.
I mean, yes and no. No, yes and no. The experience of the dual enrollment, because I went to a local college called St. John's River State College. So basically, I went from a high school to a college and just skipped 2 years of high school.
Oh yeah.
So, but there's benefits and cons because now at UNF, for example, like you're coming in with 4 years at this school. I'm coming in with 2. Like I've got 2 left. To get a degree, unless I want to go for multiple degrees.
I'm jealous of you.
Cons and pros and cons. The social life was not very good at the college.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was like some random community college. Great college. I mean, I had a great time. Some professors were absolute G's. I actually filmed some videos on campus as well with some professors.
What?
Yeah, it was awesome. I'll show those videos on the screen. It was mad cringe, but it was fun. It was really fun. again, the big difference is between high school having like people that don't want to be there, and then you go to any college,
Exactly.
doesn't matter what college. People like automatically they want to be there. They're like effort. They're
Exactly.
paying money to be there.
Exactly.
They
That's
want
why
to.
they're paying, and they actually want to get something out of it. But in high school, they're forced to be there. So
Yeah.
it's like that's really awkward.
Yeah, it's a big difference. You know, I think that's really important. What would have been your like greatest advice someone's given you from your transition so far?
Honestly, don't like in the first week of going to college, say yes to every plan that like comes your way, because you want to be able to just like, even if you're exhausted, I'm sorry, get out there. Like, you need to just like meet as many people as possible. You don't want to sit in your room being anxious and scared. We don't have time to be anxious and scared. Like,
That's true. That's true. That is true.
that sounds kind of tone deaf, but like, you need to just get out there and meet people. And honestly, like, do things that you wouldn't see yourself doing that you don't typically like, because you need to be open to like finding new hobbies, meeting different kinds of people, not just the people that you feel the safest with, feel the closest with. You need to just get out there, really.
Yeah.
What about you?
I totally agree. That's some good advice. I mean, I haven't started yet. You
Yeah.
started summer, or did you start spring or summer?
Spring.
Spring. So you've already been
Yeah.
here for like a year-ish. And you like take classes on campus, or have you in spring you started online?
In the spring, all of my classes were in person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, not too much advice. I'm again haven't started yet, so
Yeah.
but I want to talk to more people and see what kind of advice they got to
Yes, and take mine. Take
Yeah.
my advice.
get involved. That's the plan. Just
Yes.
everywhere I possibly can.
Yeah, and we're trying to connect with people on our podcast and stuff, so that's really good too.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
That's the idea. Just meet as many people. That's what I've heard like over and over and over again by like everyone simultaneously.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, that's probably the biggest advice piece is to meet up with everyone. And I feel like there's no like video production club on campus. I was kind of like bummed out when I saw
There
it.
isn't?
There's like a multimedia club, but I don't really know what that does.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they created like some movie
yeah.
on there, but I don't remember like it was like on Instagram and you can't view that movie anyway. So I don't know if they're dead.
Oh.
Maybe they're not dead. I don't like dead like as in like they're not continuing. You know.
Oh my gosh, I'm like typing random stuff on accident. Hold on. Whoopsie daisy. Oh my gosh. So, are you like planning to park on campus and bring your car to school and everything?
That's the idea of living on in housing.
Yeah.
You kind of have to, or else I mean you're kind of stuck here. You know.
They also have buses, but like
They do.
you don't want to rely on buses. You want to have like a car.
True.
So that's good. But also, now that like you're coming in, I just want to let you know, just to warn you, the parking situation is so crappy. Like
Is it
we
actually?
don't have parking for literally anyone. Like we have so
Really?
many students with barely any parking. I'm just like, instead of building more houses, build more parking. What? Like, it's so annoying.
Is that for like the housing as well, or just like places on campus that are like full parking wise?
Honestly, I'm talking about like on campus. Like, if you were to go to your class, like if you're living on campus, like you're gonna take the bus from your building, because we can't get the good parking that, like, I think the good parking, like the ones that are like outside of like the buildings are for seniors and like upperclassmen and stuff. I think somebody told me that last semester. Yeah, but like if somebody were to be commuting to school and stuff, like they would have to park in one like the really, really far lots, or just like walk the entire way, because like I know that's what
Big
I was,
oof.
like, last semester I was like, damn, that sucks for y'all, because like you're gonna be walking a mile, like miles to your class. Like I could become class sweaty. Like I would be mad. Yeah, so either you would have to park really far, take the bus, and then like that means you have to plan like extra time. Then you have to leave your house or something, and it's like that's so annoying. But the buses are good. Like ride the bus. Like don't be embarrassed to take the bus. And honestly, the bus drivers are so nice too. So it's just like getting that like glimpse of kindness in the morning is so like it sets my day so well. Like,
Is that what you did? You like commuted to campus, parked somewhere far, then got a bus to class?
ooh, no sir. I had friends that did that, but last semester I was living in Crossings.
Oh, so you lived on campus?
Yeah.
Oh,
I lived on campus.
okay.
Yeah, and like I had to ride the bus, but like, and honestly, when you're gonna take the bus too, and you're living on campus, you're gonna have to like leave like more time in advance, because like there'd be so many times where I'd miss the bus and I'd be like, I have to walk.
Oof.
And you live in Fountain, so you're gonna be walking too, like to the
That's
bus
true.
stop. There's like a little bit of like a walk to the bus stop. So.
That is true. Yeah, you're probably gonna have to I'd assume housing parking is better. Like if you're living in the Fountains.
Yeah, they give you housing parking.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like, have you seen that there's like enough parking for everybody at the housings?
Honestly, parking is like, sometimes you run out of parking. I know in crossings, people run out of parking spots.
Whoa.
And then have to park at like a lot down the street. And like, that's really ghetto. Like, that's not, that really sucks. But like, for me, like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get canceled. But nobody parks in the handicap at my building last semester. So I parked in the handicap because I have a sticker because my dad's disabled.
Oh, smart.
So
It's smart. It's smart.
Parking wasn't an issue for me ever.
No. Okay. She's got it lucky like that. One of my friends at the last college I went to also had that. He was like this guy who was like 6'2". He was super nice. I'll actually flash a picture of him. I filmed the video with him on campus.
Picture is so funny.
He's the funniest guy. But his dad was like also like military, so he had like a little
Yeah.
sticker. He could park like the first parking spot right by the college. It's insane. It's like a life hack.
But whenever I'm at the library, I always like, I don't want to park in the first like few handicap because there's actually like handicapped people.
Sure.
So
Yeah, I don't wanna be like that.
yeah,
but,
I would
hey,
hate to be
it's a
that
hack.
person. It's a hack.
It's a hack, life hack. So you're like barely a freshman. You barely make the cutoff of being like a freshman
barely,
because
'cause-
you've already been here.
Yeah, but like only
But-
one semester.
Exactly.
So
So you
it's
took a
like,
gap semester, so you're still considered a freshman. Fine.
Yeah.
We accept you. We accept you, Leah, as a freshman.
Yes, and honestly, the people that are coming in to like the incoming freshmen are my age too because I literally was a year ahead in high school. So it's like this is perfect. Like I fit in
Oh.
with the ones that are like about like older than me, but also the ones that are coming in now. So I'm just like, what? I'm so excited to like meet new people and like connect with people and like.
So you skipped a grade, right? Am I remembering that right? In high school or middle school somewhere?
Honestly, whenever like I was coming from being homeschooled, my parents like just threw me in 8th grade.
Okay.
So I just whatever grade was just like
Fair enough.
yeah, and also like I don't know if like they had this planned or anything, but they were honestly waiting for me to graduate high school so they can leave the country and travel a bunch.
Really?
Yeah, so that worked out perfectly for them because I was able to graduate early and they were able to just like explore the world, and I was like, that's so lovely.
Well, bada bing, bada boom.
Have you had any like traumatic experiences in high school?
Traumatic experiences. Oh, that's a good question.
Yes, give me all the details too.
Let me think. That's a good question because the only 2 years of high school that I had that could have possibly had like a
yeah.
bad experience because the last 2 were fine. Like
Yeah.
everyone at the state college that I went to, everyone's like super chill.
Yeah, they're all grown.
Yeah, everybody's grown.
Everybody's just like trying to get on with their lives.
Let's see, freshman year. So we're talking. I'm still in Illinois.
Mhm.
This is year 1 of like COVID, like absolute disaster zone for COVID.
Yeah.
I say the most traumatic. People were mean.
Really?
People were mean. Yeah, it was like because the high school that I went to was GBN. It was like a really high end high school. Like the area was
Yeah.
like more or less
Oh.
high end. So people were like very
snobby.
yeah. Yeah, it was tough.
Aw.
But then also with like COVID times, and you know
Yeah.
back like really high north when you go by Chicago, people are like
Yeah.
super like anal about the way that like you wear masks, get vaxxed, get all
Yeah.
this stuff.
For sure.
So I'd be walking through the hallway one time with no mask, and someone just started yelling to put my mask on. I'm like, bro, what?
That's
Yeah,
so like
yeah,
what in the world?
yeah. That's actually part of the reason why my family moved from Chicago to Jacksonville. We're like, we
Really?
can't deal
Nobody
with
cares
wearing
about that in
masks.
Jacksonville. Like nobody cared really. Like
Nobody cared. Past tense.
Yeah,
now
nobody
it's like
cared.
now it's growing. This place is insane.
I know.
Jacksonville?
Right? Yeah, and honestly, like I see some people walking around with masks, like, but it's very few. Like
Yeah.
I'm like still. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
like unless you have something that's kind of sus. Like, like I'm gonna assume that you have like some type of disease if you have a mask on. I'm sorry.
That's true. No, I mean nowadays, yeah, in Jacksonville, you don't
this
see
is
any masks.
nothing.
There's
Yeah.
no masks.
Exactly.
What about you? Traumatic high school experiences?
Honestly,
It's your question. I'm sending it right back at you, Leah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, honestly, like I was harassed at one point. And
Really?
this girl would like follow me to all my classes, like literally
Whoa.
physically walk behind me to all of my classes. I'm like, who is this girl? Like she would like come up to me like randomly. I'll be like leaving the bathroom, and
What?
then like she would like be standing outside the bathroom waiting for me, and then she would come and see me with her friends, and they'd be like, "You're a cunt, you're a bitch, you're this and that, you're this and that." I'm like, I'm standing there like I'm honestly like shaking. I was literally shaking. I'm just like, I'm not good with confrontation at all.
Jeez.
And that's so awkward because I'm just like, it came out of nowhere. I'm just like, I'm standing there like, do I know this girl's name? Like, do I know this girl? And it's so weird because like. And it was embarrassing because I'm just like, everybody around me is just like staring at me because this girl just came up to me and I was scared because honestly, like, this girl was like 5'9". Like, she was 5'8", 5'9", and I'm 5'5", and I was scared. And she was.
Oh yeah, that's the scariest part.
Like, this girl kind of literally dragged me out of the school and beat my ass. So I'm like, this is so scary. But yeah, that went on for a while. Like, she would always just like. Day after day after day, like, follow me to my classes, and I'm just like, does this girl not have class herself? Like,
what?
It was so weird. It's so weird. And it was over some guy. And honestly, this day and age, like right now, that man is in jail. He is locked up right now. So I'm just like,
whoa.
You did all that yelling and you traumatized me for a man that's literally in jail. Like, really? But yeah, then I realized after that happened, like, a lot of like the friends I had. Well, a lot of the friends I had and, like, at the time and the friends that I, like, had in the past, they all became friends with that girl in her friend group. So I'm just like, what is going on? Like, I really, like, that's when I realized, like, being alone is better than being around people because people are so wishy-washy and, like, it's, like, nobody cares if their friend is in the wrong or anything.
Yeah.
Like, it's always so weird. So I'm just like, but honestly, I'm now in this day and age, like, I'm not traumatized anymore. I want to meet more people. That's why I'm so glad. I was so excited to do this today. I was like, oh, it's podcast day. Oh my gosh, I was so happy.
Yeah. It's super exciting. Hopefully we'll get multiple. Our goal is 3 a week.
Yeah.
Right? We got a target. We want 100 by the end of this year.
Yeah.
Since 12 months from now, 100 episodes to break episode number 100. You know, that's the goal.
Oh my gosh. We should do something special for episode 100. We'll bring in
balloons. We'll spice out this area. I don't even know.
We should bring like we wouldn't be able to bring like a little, like, you know when people, a birthday candle.
Oh yeah, probably not. There's a sprinkler right above our head. That would not be very fun. That would be.
All the equipment gets like drenched.
R.I.P. equipment.
No, literally no. That's so funny. We're not even allowed to have candles in the dorms. So they would not allow us to have a birthday. They'd be like, get out of here. What are you doing? Oh, that is so funny.
So, Celia, where are you from, like, originally? So, are you originally from Georgia? Like, you were born in Georgia?
Yeah, I was born in Georgia, and then I stayed there up until I was 11 years old, and then I moved to Jacksonville, and then I was put in school.
Okay.
Yeah, what about you?
Yeah, Chicago. What about, like, your parents before? You said you have some family in Caribbean, some in Mexico.
Yeah.
Like, different places. How did that all, like, what's the story? Give us the tea.
So, my mother is from the St. Kitts Nevis, and that's in the Caribbean. Really, really small island in the Caribbean. I bet no one knows where that is or whatever.
That's exotic.
And then my dad is also from the Caribbean. He's from the U.S. Virgin Islands, so it's still like U.S. territory.
Okay.
So we have family there as well. And my brother, one of my older brothers, because I have 3 brothers.
Okay.
One of my oldest brothers, him and his girlfriend are world travelers. Yeah,
Ooh.
so they've been like everywhere. They've been to like Thailand, Bali. Like, they've lived like so many places, like all over the country, and like they have like a YouTube channel. That's
the stories
so
you
funny.
could share. We're gonna plug that right here. That's definitely getting plugged.
Yeah, so they're world travelers, and right now they're living in Mexico because like COVID was happening a while ago, and then like all like the borders were closed, and then he heard that like. Because at the time they had just like had a baby, so and they read that the Mexico, like that, like Merida, Mexico is like really like child friendly and good with like kids and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I went there and it really is like, it's such like a good like child like loving community. Like, everybody has kids, everybody like hangs out with their kids. Like, everybody has like cute little get-togethers, like all their kids and all their little fellowship times. I'm like, that's the cutest thing ever. Like, it's adorable. So yeah, I have family there in Merida, Mexico. But yeah, that's really it. What about you?
Yeah, so my parents came from the Soviet Union. That's why I've got like somewhat of an accent. I don't sound like very American.
Where's Soviet Union?
That's Russia. Oh well, now it's
Oh.
Soviet Union back then. Now it's
Oh.
like modern day Russia and like all the different countries over in that area. So they immigrated here in 1980 sometime.
Oh.
Moved to Chicago, and then I was born. I'm the first generation.
That's so
United
cool.
States, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So a lot of really fun stories. They tell me about like because there's a lot of shortages back during
Yeah.
like the Soviet Union days. So they'd be
Mhm.
like waiting. They'd go to get eggs at 6 a.m. Wait for like 6 hours and walk out with like 6 eggs.
What in the
Yeah.
world?
Yeah, grocery stores are empty. Everything is empty. Yeah.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
So and then we come here into like a grocery store and it's like full.
Packed, literally packed.
It's good. We got it good here in America.
We have it so good
We have
here.
it so good.
When I went to the Caribbean, where my mom was born, I went into the gas station and there was barely any stuff on the shelves. I'm like,
Whoa.
they have nothing here. And like, my aunt was like giving us these recommendations of like restaurants to go to, and like she kept bringing us to these like they were practically just bars. And
Wow.
we're just like, we want food, please. Like, give us some of the
Feed
food."
us.
No,
Feed us,
we were
please.
hungry. We were so hungry because like the grocery stores there, like, because like the cost of living in like the Caribbean, in Nevis, the St. Kitts Nevis, it is the cost of living is cheap, but then the grocery store prices are high. So
Huh.
it's like, I don't know why. Like they should probably fix that. But there was really barely any restaurants. Like, because the locals, they go to bed early. Like the restaurants that they do have, they're like close at like 3.
Sure.
So I'm like, why are all the restaurants closed at 3? Can we have dinner or what? So it was so awkward. Like, and it was so like hard finding a restaurant to go eat. But then she kept taking us to these bars in the hood. I'm like, please get us
What?
out of here. Like, can we just find a regular restaurant? But it's because they didn't really, the locals don't like go to like restaurants and go
Mhm.
out to eat and stuff. They eat at their houses. But yeah, the only restaurants there are really like, there's like 3 restaurants on the
Wow.
island. And I was like, damn, like
Yeah.
we have it so much, we have it so good here. Like
Any restaurant, Uber Eats it, grocery
Exactly!
stores open.
yes, grocery stores packed,
Packed,
literally packed.
always. The only time when we didn't see a grocery store packed would be like in COVID times when everyone like scrambled for water.
Yeah,
That's
that's the only time.
That's the only time I've ever seen like empty shelves in areas.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's like fruits full, canned soup
Mhm.
full, juice full, meat full. Everything is
Everything
full
is so
always, which is
full.
like that's very not common. Like that's not
It's not.
a
I
typical
didn't
grocery
realize
store.
that. Like,
Yeah.
it's so like it's such like a different like it's such a change. Like going somewhere else and being like, damn, like where's the stuff at? Like,
Yeah. Yeah, America, we got it good. That's what I'm saying. We got it really good.
Really. Oh my gosh.
Are you happy with your move to Jacksonville? Looking back,
Yes, because honestly, when I was homeschooled, like I was like really homeschooled. Like I would only like on like a day-to-day, like on like a weekly basis, I would only see like my cousins and like my mom because she like taught me everything. So I didn't have any friends there. So like moving to Jacksonville and then like being like forced like into public school, like I was able to meet like more people. It was such a big difference. Like there's so much people around me. Like there's so many people like coming to me and stuff. Like it was so like such a big change. So I really did like it way more than Georgia, only because I was homeschooled there.
Sure.
And we didn't do anything. We barely left the house. So
sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, what about you?
Happy to move to Jacksonville. I'd say, yeah. I mean, obviously here we don't have people that are grabbing you by the neck, telling you to put on a mask, and like
Oh my God.
metaphorically, not like that's not literally what happens in Chicago. Like
so
metaphorically,
funny.
you know what I mean? It's really cool. I mean, freedom. Like this country is
Yeah.
like built on freedom. Here you move
Yeah.
and there's freedom, and there's also freedom
Exactly.
like physically. There's so much land everywhere in Jacksonville, and there's so much forest
Exactly.
preserve versus Chicago. And even if you go to New York, Atlanta, it's like everything is like right on top of you. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
established, and everything is like
Mhm.
giving you a headache everywhere you go.
Yeah, definitely.
And Florida, I feel like is so prime. There's like everything you could possibly want here. We got beaches. Like if you want,
Mhm.
if you want to go to Mexico or Caribbean, somewhere like remote beaches. There's some really
Yeah.
nice beaches. You know,
Yeah.
there are really big cities here too.
Uh-huh.
Like just go to South Florida, Lauderdale, like Fort Lauderdale, Miami, and you get like
Tampa is
Chicago, New York,
beautiful.
Tampa. Sure, you have like forest preserves here. You got boating, anything you could possibly
Yeah.
imagine. So my family is like, yo, we should go vacation. So I'm like, where? Just go to like
In
Tampa.
Florida,
Just
literally
go to
in
like
Florida.
Tampa if you want to change, or just go to like, if you want to go see the sunset, go to the west side or the west side of Florida. You know what I
I
mean?
never really understood that. Not to like call myself out like as an idiot, but like I never really understood that because like, are we on the west in Jackson?
So no, not here, not in Jacksonville. Jacksonville sunsets on the east, or you can watch the sunrise on the east. But if you want to
Yeah.
watch the sunset, you have to go to like the other side of Florida. I'm saying like because like, Florida's like this, so you have to go like here. So we're right here. You have to go on the other side.
I mean, I learned so much from you. I'm like,
Dude,
oh my god.
learn something new every day.
No, because you can literally tell that I used to be homeschooled. Like, it's like really, I don't really know that much about like. I didn't learn that growing up.
What is the tea with homeschooling? 'Cause some people say it's really good and you come out like really smart, like academically really smart, and like some people say like you miss out on a lot. Like
Honestly, like, okay, because my sister, she is 23. She was homeschooled her entire life up until college. So it's like you can really
oh,
and me, I was able to have that like public school, like
At least something,
experience.
at least something, yeah.
Exactly, in high school and a little bit of no school. So I was able to like really see the difference between like me and her.
Yeah.
It's like because like I did get bullied in 8th grade, and that did like it really like helped mold my personality.
Yeah.
But like you can definitely tell when like somebody was like. You can definitely tell when somebody's been sheltered and like
True.
completely like closed off from certain things and stuff. And like I think that public school, like honestly, the thing with like okay, I'm going all over the place. The thing with like homeschooling is just like it really depends because some people do co-ops. Do they co-op like a little co-op for a while? It's where like some people like meet up at like a church or something and like we like study the Bible and like I think we like did some English too, like writing and stuff. But like it was like I didn't do any math at all. Like when I was homeschooled, like math like was not there at all. Like I didn't know maths, but like that's probably why I'm bad at math now. Like I literally need a tutor to pass. Like I'm even doing a math class in this fall, and I'm so nervous. I'm just like, man, like,
you got this. We have faith in you.
no,
We have
thank you.
faith
I
in you,
have to like,
Celia.
call up my tutor. And it's like, girl, are you free? Like in the fall, I need a tutor. Like or else I'm gonna fail high college. Like I cannot fail a class. But so yeah, like it really depends because like at a certain point, my mom was teaching us, and like she would like grab these like school books. Honestly, like. I hated being homeschooled because like we didn't have like the way my mother was like it really depends on who's teaching you because my mom
True.
like she didn't let us have weekends off of school so it's
Really?
like school back to back to back, get up at 8 a.m. school like no sleeping in, like school and I'm just like I was so drained. That's why I had to take that semester off because after I went to 8th grade like after like I'm all over the place. Sorry. Like,
No
forgot what
problem.
I was talking
No
about.
problem.
Oh my gosh. So yeah. So like, I was so burnt out because I was just like, I came from homeschooling. It was school, and then I came into public school. Yeah, I was glad I had weekends and like summers off. But then I jumped. I didn't want to jump straight into college. I was like, I am exhausted. I'm so tired. Honestly, that was good. Like I'm glad I took that time off because like I was so replenished like from that, and I was so excited to start school in the spring. Like and that was important. Like taking a break out. If you need a break, take that break because being academically burnt out is a thing. Like
Sure.
and it's so like it's kind of easy to like get to that point too. Like, but
Agreed.
yeah, what was your question even?
That's it. Let's wrap it up. I see that camera is about to die.
Really? Is
Yeah.
it really?
Yeah.
Okay, we can wrap this up.
Well, I mean, long story short, if you just want to come on this podcast and talk about you, like we just want to, it's like a chit chat basically.
we wanna
Just
get
get
to
to know
know
people.
you.
Let's just hop on. Let's get to know you. That's really it. I mean, that's the call to action. Are there any call to actions you can think of?
No, definitely. We should like. Hey, we're gonna talk after this about like strategies. And
Yes.
stuff, but like.
But this is chit chat.
Yes.
Come on, just talk.
Yes, and we want to get to know you. We have so many questions to ask you, and we love to have you here.
That's true. Peace.
Bye.